I'm an arrow, can you stop me? I can go wherever I want be. I'm the fire, can you take me?
My name's Tom Hughes. I used to be in the army for nearly 9 years. I got injured about 3 years ago, so left the army and have since been studying full time. I'm finishing off a PhD at the moment in international relations. When that's done, which will hopefully be quite soon, the plan is to go sailing next year. I'm going to plan to sail around the world for a couple of years on a boat that the boat we're sailing on right now. I used to do a lot of travelling when I was in the army, and to be honest, I don't really see why the fact that I'm not particularly mobile at the moment means that I shouldn't still indulge that kind of interest in travelling and exploring and that kind of thing. So that's really the main driver behind it. I want to be able to explore the world, and I see the boat that we're sat on as the platform by which to do that. It's something I've been interested in for a long time, and it's something which I've been presented with the opportunity to do now, and so I decided to take it with both hands and run with it. I did a lot of research before I approached Dazcat and Multimarine, and I found out that Multimarine had built a possible dream a number of years ago. And having looked into that quite a lot, I then approached Darren here and Simon, and really we've built a relationship from there. So we've had very much a two-way design process. They've been incredibly good to work with. The level of depth of thought that they put into everything was evident in what you can see around you right now. So it needs to be wheelchair accessible. It needs to be a very simple boat to control, so it can, for example, be controlled from the helm station, which is internal to the boat. Most of the winches are operated by push button, which means it's very easy to operate single-handedly. That doesn't mean to say that I will always be operating it single-handedly, however the capability is very much there. And everything is designed around having enough space, enough ability to move around and live long-term in a very comfortable way. I'm very impressed and very excited. Big smile on my face when I came up the world's largest wheelchair ramp to get onto the back of the boat. With an expedition like this, it's quite a large logistical endeavour, or it has a lot of complexity to it. However, I've got a good team around me. Nick is the expedition manager, Stevie is here today, who will be my sailing partner. She'll be the first mate on the boat. We anticipate quite a few challenges, not least of which is planning for accessibility. But I have a military background, so does Stevie, and we both kind of relish the idea of taking on these complex challenges, but I'm confident we'll overcome them. We met actually on a large tall ship sailing boat a couple of years ago.
So you can work together well as a team?
Absolutely. What we are trying to do is use the expedition as a vehicle to fund a charity which is going to be called the Expedition Foundation, the idea of which is to provide mentoring and leadership development, logistical planning development to people who may have a disability but actually have the drive to go and take on one of these kind of challenges. And I would envisage the charity giving people with disabilities who want to do this kind of thing, who want to be there and be leading either expeditions like the one I'm about to start on, or frankly, if they want to organise a weekend expedition to climb a mountain, it doesn't really matter. But if we can inculcate in them the kind of skills that they can transfer across to their daily lives and helps them motivate themselves or other people around them to either go after a particular job or education or whatever it might be, then I think that's a really worthwhile thing to do. I certainly want to use my expedition as a way to raise awareness of the charity and to help fund the charity. And I think this will be an iterative process, but I envisage that a lot of different people will come out for a lot of different points, and some people will be interested in certain things and some people will want to come out for those things. And I'm more than happy to take them on board. I should probably point out this boat's also going to be set up as a diving platform, so there'll be a lot of stuff happening underwater as well as on top of the water. I learned in the army actually, and I've, even though I got injured a few years ago, I've still managed to develop those skills. Stevie's by far the most experienced sailor. I have relatively little because it's almost impossible to find a wheelchair accessible boat in this country. That's one of the reasons we're building this one. So next summer's going to be quite a steep learning curve.
I'm the fire, can you take me? I will stand out and catch at you slowly. I feel like a hurricane going round and round in my veins. Yeah, you try to stop